Now, when we talk about the new economy, let's talk about the gig economy a lot more. What we saw recently was certain reports suggesting that women partners at Urban Company doing their beauty business and all of that were going on strike. Urban Company, a newly minted unicorn, one of the new unicorns of this year, responded by actually putting on social media and going on its website how its commissions work, how a partner earns daily. It has also come out then with a whole host of announcements. To talk about this, what Urban Company is doing for its gig workers and its plans for the festive season, joining me is the co-founder Abhiraj. Abhiraj, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much for joining us here. Let's first start with the gig economy and the way Urban Company responded. I think you've been praised on social media as well for our handling of this situation. For our viewers who may not be familiar with it, tell us more.
Nayantara, thank you so much for having me. Let me start by saying that, our service partners, we work every day to give them a better livelihood and a better life. And we take great pride in having built a platform that is truly a game changer for them as far as earnings are concerned and as far as social security is concerned. So when we were hit by these protests by our women partners in Delhi NCR, we decided that this was an opportunity for us to reflect deeply and make changes in our business which can further improve the earnings and the livelihood for all partners across all cities. On Sunday last week, we came out with a very data-driven approach to telling the world how our platform works, how commissions work, how much the partners earn. And we followed it up last week with a slew of changes, 12 comprehensive changes, in fact, which will ensure that partner earnings only improve going forward. And I'll take just a couple of minutes to quickly talk about these changes, starting with removing all kinds of algorithmic blocks except for blocks related to quality and rating. A simple change like this has reduced blocks by 80% and will give partners more time to work on the platform. We've also dropped our highest commission slab from 30% to 25% in the beauty service category. So our commissions will now vary between 8.5% to 25%, averaging at about 20 to 22%. We have also ensured that all kinds of cancellation-related fee, etc., get transferred to service professionals, and they can actually benefit from this additional earning. Apart from some of these changes on earning side, we've also taken a few changes on improving their livelihood. We're setting up a dedicated SOS helpline for women partners, a dedicated help desk to ensure that insurance claims are expedited. We're also extending the free vaccination coverage for all partners up till the end of this calendar year, and emphasizing a lot more on retraining of partners. As you know, we have over 100 training centers pan-India where we train partners. And now we're going to further invest in retraining so that we don't have to part ways with any partner for quality-related reasons. So these are some of the 12-point changes that we have proposed. What we've also done, Nayantara, is we have published something called the UC Earnings Index. And this can be seen on our blog as well as our social media. In a very transparent fashion, it talks about earnings across categories and cities. We are saying that we will come back at the end of the October, November, December quarter with a version 2 of the earnings index, together with the Big Four audit firm, to see if the changes that we have made have actually improved the earnings for our partners.
So let's talk more about this 12-point program, which you released just before the long weekend also. Now, what Urban Company had taken a lot of flack for was commissions, right? Commissions that the partners have to give. So let's just start with that one. The events of the last week to 10 days, has it made Urban Company relook its commissions that it charges to the delivery partners?
So let me explain how commissions work, Nayantara. Our commissions start as small as 8% for jobs where the ticket size might be, sub 400 or sub 500 rupees. And then as the ticket size of the job increases, and crosses rupees 2,000 or 2,500, the final slab of the commission earlier was 30%. So it was a range between 8 to 30%, blended average of about 23%. And the idea being that for jobs which are low ticket size, the earnings for the partner is lesser, and therefore we should also charge lower commissions. And for jobs where the ticket size is higher and all the costs are already incurred, they are more profitable for service partners, and concurrently our commissions can also be higher. What we've now done is that we've dropped the highest slab of commissions from 30% to 25%. So all commissions are now between 8 to 25%, and the blended average has come down to between 20 to 22%, depending upon the category. This we believe is sustainable. It has been very well received by our service partners. And we think it's a step in the right direction to improve partner earnings and increase the overall take home that partners make.
So once again, are the commissions lower? So let me rephrase it this way. After a week, 10 days of what you have seen, which includes reports of a strike to certain protests on social media, an urban company then responding, talking about dignity of labor, where you might even ask your consumers to give water and allow delivery partners to use bathrooms, etc. Will they be earning more than they were 2 weeks back?
Absolutely, Nayantara. Absolutely. So in the July, August, and September earnings index that we published, we showed how any partner who was doing more than one job a day, and one job a day is a low bar, as long as you were doing 30 jobs or more in a month, and a job or an order is on an average about 1.5 to 2 hours. So you're really talking about service professionals who are spending on an average 60 to 80 hours at least on the platform every month. If you're doing that, the average income was about 28,000 rupees net of everything, net of UC commissions and fee, net of travel costs, and net of product costs. The top quartile of our service professionals are earning 36,000 rupees by doing an average of about 53 jobs per month or 53 orders per month. That's the baseline for July, August, and September. The set of changes that we have proposed, we are saying that we expect this baseline to increase by at least 10% in the October, November, and December quarter. These changes, of course, are a reduction in commission. They're removing algorithmic blocks, transferring the entire cancellation fee, and a host of other changes which are on our website. And we're not just saying that you should take our word for it. At the end of the OND quarter, we will come back and we will republish this earnings index. You can then compare it to the baseline earnings across categories, across tier 1 cities as well as tier 2 cities, and see if there's actually been a delta because of these changes in the overall partner earnings. We believe partner earnings are already a significant improvement over what they make in the offline world. You know that in the offline world, in the categories we operate in, partners will typically make between 10 to 15,000 rupees per month. On a urban company, that's almost 2 times more. For partners who are doing at least 30 jobs per month on our platform. Plus, they have other benefits around social security, insurance, loans, etc. But we're not going to stop here. We believe that through the changes we've made, there should be at least a 10% improvement in earnings in the next quarter.
So, how much more are they earning? And, is there any roadmap that you can provide? I'm asking you all of this because, like I said at the outset, you got praised on social media for the transparency we are seeing. I don't want to draw parallels, but many those in the delivery business, for example, still haven't shared how their gig workers work. So is there any roadmap that you have provided to those that partner with you on how they're going to get richer with Urban Company?
Yes, Nayantara. As I mentioned, we believe in the offline world, in services that we operate in, whether it's beauticians, whether it's plumbers, cleaners, the average earnings are between 10 to 15,000, maximum 18,000 rupees a month. And in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, it's even lower. We will try to benchmark this in conjunction with a big 4 consulting firm this quarter. On Urban Company, as I mentioned, if you do 1 order a day or at least 30 orders in a month, which is not a lot, which is only about 60 to 70 hours that you spend on the platform, net of all commissions, all product costs and travel costs, you end up making about 28,000 rupees. And the top 20% of our partners who do about 53 orders a month, or on an average about 2 orders a day, end up making 36,000 rupees net take home. We think this is good, but we obviously are not satisfied with it. So how do we further improve earnings beyond the small measures and changes that we have done so far? The biggest lever is, of course, utilization. Even today, a lot of our partners are underutilized. The average urban company service professional ends up getting only 70 to 80 hours worth of monetizable time on the platform. And that means that more than 50% of their time remains unmonetized. And so as we grow and as we get more liquidity in our hypermarkets across categories, this utilization will improve. If you look at some of our oldest hubs and our oldest categories, the hubs we operate in Bangalore and Delhi for our oldest categories, we have been able to improve utilization and improve liquidity with growth. So that's the sustainable path to constantly improve earnings for partners. It's a function of increasing the number of orders that they get and the number of orders that they're able to fulfill through the platform. Today, that number on an average is low. The average is only in the early 30s, which is honestly not a lot. It means you're only doing, one order or maximum 1.5 orders a day through the platform. But the average service professional can easily fulfill 2 to 3 orders quite comfortably. Many of them can even do up to 4 orders a day. Now, this, of course, has to go hand in glove with our promise of flexibility. We offer flexibility to many of our partners, in fact, all of our partners. Many of our women partners like that. They like the promise of flexibility. They like the fact that they can do 10 jobs on the platform every month, 15 jobs while still taking care of their family. So we have to balance utilization with flexibility. But the real sustainable way to grow earnings is to improve utilization while also ensuring that all the other measures that we are taking, whether it's sustainable commissions or other things, continue to work hand in glove.
Okay, so let's wait and watch for that. And thanks a lot, Abhiraj, for joining us today on the Startup Central.
Thank you so much, Nayantara, for having me. Thanks a lot.